Hello, 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 everyone. Hope you're all right. Well, obviously, if you're a big football fan, you won't be. Hope, I'm Welsh, not English, but I really, I'd like to have seen England win. I honestly would. How is everyone? I've got two people watching at the moment. That's not bad. Hope everyone is happy and well, and as well as can be expected if, like, you're a big football fan. Welcome to Bernie Tucker. Hello. I love your videos, Ben. You're the best, sir. Thank you very much, Bernie. Much appreciated. And we have David Splendid Isolation. Hello, sir. How are you? And Neil Peel of the Paranormal Peep Show. Evening, ladies and gentlemen, our host. Yeah, sorry I'm a bit late, but once the I had to watch the football to the end. Hello, Tina. How you doing? How are you? Thanks for obviously I wasn't quite sure exactly when this would start. I mean, I had to wait for the end of the football, but then of course I didn't think about I forgot about, like, time added on. And then, of course, extra time might have gone to extra time, yes. And Tommy Time Television says, "Damned Argies." Yeah. Oh God, they played well. They really did. In the second half, they really played well. But my goodness, they played dirty. They really do. And of course, it's 40 years now since the famous handball. I do. Yeah, 2-1. Oh dear. I do hope that wherever Diego Maradona's residing now, he's I don't know. I hope I hope wherever he is. I mean, he's standing in some goal mouth for eternity, and people are, and like somebody and the players are all like throwing balls at him like that. That's his ordeal of Sisyphus for Diego Maradona. Yeah. I know there's a question over match rigging. I'm actually going to be covering the match rigging thing in the next Third Rail Radio, but there's no doubt that wasn't. They played well. It wasn't a close game. The second half was not exactly close. Hello, Hatchy. How are you? Let me put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Good to see you. Lots of crop circles this year. Yeah, it's like I said when I was in bases. I mean, it's like after Andy Thomas's little lament and Nexus, the aliens just said, "Hold my beer," and he did. It's really picked up. 1 wins, 47 lose. That's the way to look at it. Yeah. I mean, the England have played well all through the tournament. They really have. I mean, there's been some great play. It really has, and they deserve to win. They did deserve to win. They've earned it. But Argentina aren't the champions for nothing. They're not the champions for nothing. Oh well, what a shame, bloody Argies, honestly. I don't know if you follow the Crew Kern Gazette. They just put like a. I won't show it, but they put up like. I'm running short on time. I'm going to skip the intro. I'm going to skip the intro song as well because it's getting late. And I don't want this to be a long one because I've got work tomorrow, probably like you guys have. I'll just go through but the Crew Kern Gazette have a. Here we go. They've got this really funny one here. Oh, where is it? Oh, they've put it up on Facebook. They haven't got it. This is a great channel though. If you've not seen it, this is a fantastic. Here we go. This one here. It's England versus Argentina, the Falklands and Mrs. Thatcher. I won't play it, but do go. See Harry Kane as a soldier. It's so that was so funny. But anyway, guys, happy St. Theo's Day. I don't know how many of you happy St. Theo, very belated St. Theo's Day, a month and a half. But I don't know how many of you seen Paper Mask. I don't know how many of you watched it, but I mean, I've got something else I want to talk about anyway. And I've got a little video to show you. So I'll just play that now because it's 15 minutes long. Full moon tonight. I'm not going to sprout hair. No hair at all. Still. Here we go. Right. Let's just play this little. I've got a lovely little thing to show you, to play for you. Where is it? Here we go. But I'll show you. I mean, I'll play the video first, and then where's the video? Right. This is annoying. I can't find the video. Sorry, guys. This is a bit embarrassing. Where did I put it? Okay, and I put it in the Syntheos folder. Here it is. Right. Okay. Hopefully this is it. And then I'll give you a bit of explanation. I'll show you the stills I took as well.
What the hell is this?
Okay, right, wait. I'll start it again so you can see it. Okay. Here's the video. Okay, it's 15 minutes long. What I'll do is I will oh, Tina says I was at a funeral today. I'm cried out. So we'll say good night all. Tina, condolences. I'm very sorry. All the best. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. So here we go. I'll just mute myself as well.
What the hell is this? All right. This is really weird. We have here it's a hill run. It's a bloody hill run. Best front steering wheelchair in the hospital. We have here a hospital wheelchair. I don't believe it. This is really weird considering my previous profession, my lifelong passion profession. We have a wheelchair. What the hell? It's even got the old chains on because that's they can used by members of the public. But it's by Mighty, right? So it's from the Oxford. It's from the Oxford Radcliffe. What's it doing here? How on earth did it get here? Did they bring this here just to taunt me, I wonder? It's like that scene in Jacob's Ladder where the guy's being taken down on the trolley into the basement for the torture session. He sees his son's bike lying in a corner. It feels somehow provident. This is really weird to see this here. Well, you know, if I had time, unfortunately I've got to work, but if I had time, I'd do my portering duty and return this to the Oxford Hospital. These cost £300 or £400 each. But unfortunately I've got to work, so I'll give my old brother porters a call and let them know it's here. And then maybe I'll do that. Hey guys, well I've reported it. I actually called up John Radcliffe Porters. I had to go through the switchboard. The system's changed since I last did it. There's no direct line. You have to go through switchboard. You have to go through automated voice. You have to answer a few questions on the automated voice. They eventually put me through to John Radcliffe Porter's desk. I didn't recognise the voice I was speaking to, but I did say, I used to be one of you, pride and dignity brother, that kind of thing. And I just told them where it was. I said, one of your wheelchairs is missing. One of our wheelchairs is missing. And it's on the middle of the Meadow Lane wreck, I said. And they said, oh, thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And I said, pride and dignity, Brother Porter. It's a hill run. You saw what it was like. That's actually a hill run. It's a second generation, based on my own service I'm talking about here. But it's like a 1990s, late 1990s model. As I said, it costs £300 or £400. It's actually a very good chair. Actually, it's one of my favourites. Front wheel steering, highly manoeuvrable, very compact. Get through the narrowest corridors. Porter's dream, I would say. So I don't want them to lose those things. So it's up to them what they do now. I've reported it, and he said, "Thank you very much." I said, "Pride and dignity, brother," and I hung up. But yeah, I think I've got a little. Yes, I think I have a subject matter for the next HPWA blog, I think. Okay, guys, I've decided to take the matter into my own hands. The wheelchair has been there now for 3 days. Obviously, no one's going to come pick it up. These chairs are cost like £400–600 each. It's like about the same price as a high-performance bicycle, and anything could happen to it. I mean, they don't have corrosion protection because they're not designed to be outdoors, so it will rust and corrode very quickly if I don't get it back indoors. In other words, back to its hospital. So that's what I'm going to do now. We're getting there now. Should be a long way, but I feel a bit nostalgic doing this. It's quite nice. Okay, going on here now. Getting there. So nearly there now, going through Egerton Road. A lot of the grocery I forgot. Getting there soon. It's been quite a long walk, but it's been a bit nostalgic actually. I'm now going to see if there's a shortcut at the end of this road through to the Churchill Drive, which I'm going to try to take. It's possible this thing won't fit through there because it has bike bars on it, but I'll give it a go. If not, I'm going to have to walk all the way around to Old Road, but that won't be a problem. Yeah, I've enjoyed this. Okay, like the bike bars hopefully will be narrow enough for me to get this through. Now, funny enough, I just had a text message off my daughter. She said, Dad, have you just walked up the sleigh pushing a wheelchair? And I said, yes. How do you know? She said, I was in the gym. I saw you go past. I wasn't certain. Oh dear. Anyway, yeah, I'm nearly there now. So yeah, it's been a good walk. The Churchill Hospital is just over there. There it is. There she is there. And there's the East Entrance. I'm at the Churchill East Entrance now. Those of you who watch my St. Theo's videos will be familiar with this. There used to be a porter's desk and a porter's lodge inside there. It's now moved to the new build, so I'm going to have to find my way there, which is the easiest thing to do is just go through the hospital, especially when you've got one of these. But I'll just go the same way I went when I was delivering my St. Theo's flyers. So, well, pretty much mission accomplished. Oh my God. Now I feel really nostalgic. Really nostalgic indeed. All right, so I'm here with Izu, my brother Porter here, and this is the wheelchair. Apparently it is John Ratcliffe. They don't have Mighty here. They're G4S still. All right, well, you know, I don't know which is worse, actually. We were still Carillion when I got kicked out. Right. I don't know if you remember Carillion. Just like, they were just sort of like, useless. No worries, mate. I'll put it there, and then maybe patient transport can take it somewhere. Thank you very much. No problem, brother. Hospital Porter's pride and dignity. Okay. See you then, brothers. Hospital Porter's pride and dignity. Don't let them take it away from you, whatever you do. See ya. Bye-bye. Well, that went very well indeed, I must say. Yeah, I've delivered the wheelchair back to my brother Porter's here at the Churchill Hospital. As you see the famous flags, we still fly the Stars and Stripes because this was originally an American military hospital established in 1942. Now, turns out it was the wrong hospital. Oh well, they have G4S here, not. They're still on they're on G4S. Which way do I go? Is it? I can't remember which way I go now. I don't know this way. I think it's up this way. Anyway, they still have they have G4S still here, not Mighty. So there it's a different contractor, but really these tin pot contractors are all the same as far as I'm concerned. They're all pretty much as crap as each other. It's this way, that's it. They're all pretty much as crap as each other. But anyway, I met my brother porters there, and I handed the chair over to them, and I said, look, all you can do is just basically get patient transport to go and take it there, actually. Because you know, I'm not taking them to the Churchill now. It's obviously a Mighty chair from the Churchill. So, but they have, these hospitals have their own internal transport system for dealing with things like that. I've rescued it anyway. I've rescued it from its fate on the Donington Sports Ground, because quite frankly, it would have been a pretty awful fate, because I mean I did report it, as you know from earlier in the video, but nothing really was done about it. I mean, you know, 3 days later it was still there, and I thought to myself, they're not going to do anything about this. It's just going to sit there, and the problem is, if it sits there, it's not going to last very long, because these vehicles do not have like anti-corrosion protection that you get on things like cars and bikes. I mean, they don't have that because they're not meant to be outdoors. So if I'd left it there, it would have slowly rusted away. After a couple of weeks, it would have just been, the wheels would have started seizing up, and it'd be pretty useless. I mean, if anyone came and took it then, I mean, there's not much you can do except scrap it, really. I mean, you can take it to estates and they might be able to like clean it up, but generally speaking, after like a few weeks outdoors, it's more trouble. It's easier and cheaper just to buy a new one, and the new one they buy would not be as good as that, because that is a second generation chair, front wheel steering, Rome medical aids design. I consider it a far superior design to any of the modern chairs we have now. As I said, I'm an aficionado for the front wheel steering myself. But like, the modern chairs are not as good as that, and they're probably costlier actually than the old chairs. It was great to meet my brother Porters, that guy Izu I spoke to, and it was nice to do that. It was just so nostalgic, and I felt this is a portering. I've just done a hospital portering job, a task. I feel like getting one of those little. I feel like having it. It should be entered onto the system, and I should have like a little white slip and things like that we used to have. Should be in the logbook. Oh wow, I'm just kind of like I'm blown away. I really am kind of blown away, and feeling kind of, it's poignant actually. I feel it's quite a poignant thing, really. And it, like I said, it was a huge amount of nostalgia, a real blast and blast, throwback to where I was all those years ago for so many years. When I was younger than that guy, he was quite young, but when I started, I was younger than him. Yeah. Oh, what a thing that was! What a wonderful thing to do. I'm so glad I did it. Yeah, it's a good chair, and I've rescued her. I rescued her from a fate worse than death, or it would be a fate worse than death. Funnily enough, I took the chair to a client's house of mine. That was quite funny. I took it to a client's house. I was just doing a little job for someone, and she was really nice about it. She said, maybe I can get in the back of my car, and I'll drive you there with you. And I thought that's really nice of her, you know. But I said it wouldn't have fitted, and it would have been too heavy. And that is, it's not like the kind of community, the wheelchairs that disabled people use in the community. You know, lightweight metal strut with rim handles on the wheels and things like that. It's not like that's not designed for that. With pneumatic tires, those are designed for use in the community. This is designed, it's strictly for inpatient work. As a result, it was far too big and far too heavy to like transport in the back of a car. So I thanked her for her concern, for her offer to help, but I decided I really need to get it there myself. I thought I might be able to get it on a bus, but I got to the bus stop and I thought, hang on a second, this is going to be tricky. So I decided just to walk the whole way with it. That's the kind of porter I am. You know, everyone's always moaning about the NHS being short of money. I've just saved them some money. I've saved them £600-700 there. Because yeah, a wheelchair like that, you know, is expensive. They're not cheap. Inpatient, it's for inpatient use like that. It's a big, heavy thing, like I said. It's design. A lot of design work goes into it. I've offered my services to be a designer, as you know. to help them design these chairs, because there've been some real clangers over the years, I'll tell you. Some of the early ones, like they had these big foot brakes that stuck out right into where you need your feet to be. So you have to lean forward while you're pushing it. It's absolutely stupid design. But anyway, I've just saved them for them to buy a new one or fix that one up. And as I said, these wheelchairs, they're expensive. They cost a good few £100s, about the same as a high performance bicycle. And so I've rescued it. Anyway, it's going to have to go to the John Radcliffe, but patient transport can sort that out anytime. In the meantime, thank you to my extremely proud and dignified brother and sister porters for their assistance in this mission and for every other mission that we do. And thank you, Herpanwo TV viewers, for watching. Hospital Porters, pride and dignity. Stop the New World Order.
Well, how about that, guys? I've waited a long time to play that. I really have. I mean, as you can tell, that was recorded quite a while ago. You can tell by the weather and the way I was dressed. Yeah. Anyway, who's in the chat? Who is in the chat now? We got David Splendid Isolation. Hope's always dashed. It does seem to be that way ever since 1966. Yeah. Hatchie. Lol, Ben, it's not a spaceship. I know. I mean, I don't think you get very far in that if you try to get into space. What's this? YouTube is throttling. Oh, of course they are. They're doing me. Hello, John Fused. How you doing? Welcome. I like your avatar. Is that what to do they are? But welcome. And DJ B2, hello. I have a friend in Leeds who says hi all. Hello, friend in Leeds of DJ B2. Thanks for coming. DJ, I'm not a fan of genocide. No, nor am I. If you remember Vinnie Eastwood, The Lighter Side of Genocide. I don't know what he's doing these days. Hello, Steve Wills. How are you, sir? I want to believe. So do I. And now we have here... okay, so bollocks, therefore genocide, bollocks, etc. Oh, we're having an argument now between DJ B2 and David Smeller's Isolation. That's okay. Now, so who's seen Paper Mask? Because if you haven't, then I guess it's going to be quite a short video. Although I do have some notes about it. I'll notice comments. Yes, I'll do the. I haven't done the notice comments yet, have I? Okay. Mountain Goat says first. Right, I've already deleted this the notice, so I'm glad to go through these now. And we have someone new, a name I don't recognise, Saunders Way. And Saunders Way says, by age 66, I no longer trust doctors. Can you change your mind? I actually put in a text reply to Saunders Way, and I said, believe me, that is not my objective with tomorrow night's live stream. Thanks for the comment. Hope you can watch. And somebody said on the, who was it? Oh, Mountain Goat says not likely. Oh dear. Why not likely, Mountain Goat? Why do you think it's not likely that she'll watch? Oh, well, there you go. Anyway, I don't see her anyway. Now, it's been a while since I did a live stream. I've not done one since May, actually. The last live stream was in May. But I'm back again. All right. David says, Ben, why do we do it ourselves every 4 weeks? Why do we do it ourselves every 4 years? Well, you've got to keep trying, haven't you? I mean, this is the whole point. You don't give up. Winners never quit. Quitters never win. And that's kind of... So, I mean, I know that they won't give up. Hello, Gary. How are you doing? What is this movie about? Oh, my goodness me. Gary. I'm really pleased you're here, mate, but I've got an awful lot of recapping to do because this is the live stream of a 3-part watch party. I'm sorry. It's about... Well, I'll just ask. I'll tell you what. I'll just ask... No, I don't have to... I'm not going to ask Google AI. All right. I'm not going to be dependent on AI. But Gary, what's it about? It is about a hospital porter in an NHS hospital who... I'll watch it on your recommendation. Right. I'll come on to that, Gary. I'll come on to that because I actually don't think this is a very good film. I think it's an absolutely awful film. And you may think, well, Ben, why are you reviewing it then? Because I want to get it out of the way. I mean, I explain in the introduction in the introduction section. But basically, there's a hospital porter played by Paul McGann, and he decides to steal the identity of a doctor who's died. One of the doctors at his hospital gets killed in a car crash, and because he deals with the PM services with this doctor, as we porters do, he decides to steal his identity and masquerade as this doctor. That's the basic plot. Gary says another shit Nolan film, just like Odyssey, lol. Well, I've done it on that Odyssey. Now, I've not seen it, but I know that they've cast Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy. And so it sounds like it's very kind of like late 20-teens on message kind of wokery. So I'm not watching it. No, I'm not watching that. Funny enough, they didn't show Helen in the trailer because I think they were trying to trick a few people into buying some tickets. Anyway, I think I first saw Paper Mask in the 90s. Oh, right. Well, it was made in 1990. Yeah. DJ Beachy says, so football is something that matters. Nope. Doing stupid shit in the Middle East will make stakes more pricey. Oh, you're talking about, I know you and I'm not going to show the comments, but I know you and David have been arguing over the Gaza-Israel situation. Yeah, so this is the Paper Mask is this, is worth, I mean, I'm glad to get it out of the way, actually, Gary. I am glad to get it out of the way. Trans Odyssey. Oh, dear. It's, oh God, they're showing film. They show an actual mask. Here we go. And there's very just different. Here we are. There's several different covers of it because it's been released several times onto video DVD. The Paul McGann there is this doctor. There's a good poster for it. Trust me, I'm a doctor. He's not, though. He's not a doctor. And oh, this is him. This is him. He's actually a hospital porter. And it's what I don't like about it is it's so incredibly, intensely patronizing. There's Amanda Donohoe playing his romantic interest, one of the nurses at the hospital. I'll play the trailer. I can play the trailer without getting a copyright strike, can't I? Here we go. Let's watch the trailer.
He's someone you trust with your life.
Here's your new doctor.
I met a friend of yours. She remembers you. She went to your funeral.
So who are you then? Simon Hennessy. I'm in casualty.
You're off your head.
I'm no worse than any of them.
There's no one in this room who's never made a mistake.
Now you just feel a little jar.
He's living a lie.
Dr. Simon Garfield Hennessy.
And for every lie,
Dr. Death!
someone may die.
If I help you, I'm as guilty as you are. Don't you think we should talk?
You forgot something rather important.
Come on!
You're telling me you killed someone.
No! You've got 24 hours to shape up.
I feel scared. Scared for me.
Paper Mask, starring L.A. Law's Amanda Donohoe and Paul McGann.
Trust me.
So it says it all, doesn't it? I'm scared for me. If this guy is he's one of the most revolting anti-heroes you can ever imagine. DJ says, sorry for cursing. Don't worry, this is DJ, this is an adult thing. And David said, would it have been shown on TV? It was shown on TV, yeah. It's still, you can still watch it now if you want. I mean, it's on Daily Motion. It pops up every so often. It pops up every so often on various platforms. Sometimes it gets deleted. It was on YouTube for a while. Can you see that? Here we go. Here we go. Paper Mask. There we go. There it is. There's trailers. Monster Madness. Is it gone? Well, I've got a download of it. If you want it, I'll get it for you. No, it just seems there's just the Paper Mask movie official trailer. Oh, it's gone from Daily Motion. All right. But now, as I said, Paul McGann plays a character very similar to Patricia Highsmith's Ripley. David says, Ben, do you have the novel? Yes, I do. It's on my shelf over there. I could do a review of that because it's slightly better than, it's not what's, put it this way, it's not quite as bad as the it's not quite as bad as the film. And I've not seen Citizen Vigilante. Everyone's talking about it. I will have to have a look at that. But yeah, it's based on a novel by the guy who wrote the script, actually, whose name is John. Is it John Colley? Hang on. Sorry, I'm going to use Google AI. All right. So it's just yes, it was a 1990 British psychological thriller. Okay, the film. There we go. Yeah. It's an underrated British psychological thriller. Underrated? It's the most overrated film I've ever seen since bloody Independence Day. And Planet of the Apes. Directed by Christopher Morahan, based on John Colley's 1987 novel. And he wrote the script as well. And it's a commentary, a suspenseful commentary on rigid hierarchies and blind trust within the medical profession. It's that, but it's more than that. Yeah, the story centers on Matthew Harris, a clever but unfulfilled London hospital porter. When a young doctor who resembles him dies in a sudden car crash, Matthew sees the opportunity to escape his mundane life. This is what I hate about it. To escape his mundane life. He's only a hospital porter, for goodness sake. Oh, how mundane! Fuck you. So I curse now. Okay. Yeah, and as I said, he goes and he ends up in. It says here streaming availability can fluctuate heavily by region. Yeah. The film frequency streams with ads on platforms such as Tubi, which you can't get in this country. Yeah. Now, the character is horrible. The character is revolting. As I said, he's very like. I don't know if you're familiar with the Ripley ad. It's a series of novels by Patricia Highsmith, and it's where the main character again is this anti-hero he's a ruthless con man, and indeed he's a murderer. He kills to keep his secret. Hello, Welsh Ripper. How are you? For all you Englanders, it's not coming home again, boys. Oh, Welsh Ripper, please. I mean, you got to see through the Celtic victimhood delusion, man. You got to. I'm talking to you as a fellow Taffy now, right? If this idea, well, the only enemy we can possibly have is England, right? This falsehood has caused us to let our guard down and let the globalists come in and take over our bloody country. Same with Scotland is actually far worse. Scotland and Ireland are the same, although Scotland's much worse. Hey, John, I am on Substack. I have a Substack. Is the character that demeaning portraying, or is it the novelist? Well, the character is a creation of the novelist, and the novelist, therefore, well, funny enough, the actual book is not quite so bad, but the film is extremely patronizing and condescending to hospital porters, extremely. Now, I'll just there's similarities to I'll say here Matthew Harris is similar to Patricia Highsmith's Ripley. Now, Patricia Highsmith. You may have read the books. There's 5 books, and he says here, yes, Matthew Harris is highly comparable to Tom Ripley. Psychological parasites. Both characters are defined by their intense class resentment, fluid identities, chilling lack of empathy as they climb social ladders. Parallel psychologies. Harris versus Ripley. Catalyst of class envy. Tom Ripley lives in poverty before seizing an opportunity to mimic the wealthy Dickie Greenleaf. Matthew Harris works as a lowly hospital porter, overlooked, etc. Steals a dad man's credentials. Thrill of the performance. No, neither man is motivated purely by money. They're driven by the psychological thrill of the con. Seduction and subversion. Ripley manipulates those around him by weaponizing charm and vulnerability. Harris similarly charms nurse Christine Taylor. Essential escalating criminality. Yeah. Both do not start out as cold-blooded murderers. They begin as opportunistic identity thieves. But once fragile illusions are threatened by discovery, they ruthlessly escalate to murder and cover-ups. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that's Google AI talking exactly making the points that I would have made. You may have seen the films. There's been several films of the first book or the second book. There's a book there's one called The Talented Mr. Ripley with Matt Damon playing Ripley, and there's also a new Netflix series that covers half of the second book. I've actually read the first two books. The difference is, I mean, there's the biggest difference between the book and the film is that the book ends quite badly with basically Harris getting away with it, and he eventually maneuvers his partner Christine into a position where she has to cover up for him or incriminate herself. Now, in the book, there's a hint at the very, very end that he's going to be rumbled. He's going to be uncovered. Very, very good. That's. I'd rather have seen that in the movie where he gets nicked at the end. Definitely, I would. I've not finished the Ripley ad, but I'm hoping Ripley gets rumbled at the end. But yeah, extremely. Both extremely similar characters. Another thing which I think is more the case with Harris than with Ripley is his extreme. I mean, he says here, "I'm scared for me." Now, again, this guy never shows any emotion and never shows any fear or compassion unless it's for himself and saving his own worthless hide. He's an extremely weak and cowardly figure, very, very effeminate, but kind of like unmasculine. Doing undermining people from behind their backs rather than confronting them directly, flattering them to their face, shaking their hand and smiling where you're reaching for their wallet. That kind of person. The ultimate sort of like omega male who can't compete, so he just does things kind of like behind the scenes. David Splendid Isolation asks here, is the Matthew Harris character demeaning portraying as part of his character's attitude, or is it the actual novelist? Sorry, you asked that before, didn't you? Both. I think that whoever concocted this story is insulting hospital porters, definitely. I mean, John Colley was a doctor, and he probably knew a lot of us, but I wish he hadn't portrayed us so disrespectfully. I know maybe it was essential for the story, because the story, as I said in the review, is very, snobbery and inverted snobbery and hierarchy is a huge kind of like theme in this film. Hello, nihilist lives matter. But the character himself is demeaning hospital portering because he's portraying us in such a horrible way. I mean, Matthew Harris he's a strange blend actually of somebody who is a complete washout in terms of his own standards. He is a complete washout and a failure. In the book, he talks about his parents, about how his mother's so disappointed in him. Yeah, at the same time, paradoxically, he's a snob. He despises his brother porters. I mean, he's close friend with this guy called Alec, but deep down he hates Alec. In the book, he calls him a blundering Celtic oaf, and because he has to. Well, you should know this. He has to kill Alec to preserve his identity. Okay, so and now, funny enough, Paul McGann. I mean, I'm not angry with him. I mean, he was definitely the worst Doctor Who we've ever had, apart from the last couple of them. But he plays another quite similar character in something called Nice Town. Now, Nice Town and Paul McGann. So it's just so easy. It was also in something called Nice Town. There we go. And it says, Nice Town is a rare 3-episode 1992 BBC television miniseries that starred Paul McGann, written by Guy Hibbert, directed by Peter James. The drama shifted away from the thriller mechanics of Paper Mask to explore the psychological and social tensions within British suburbia. And it's a very... it's how do I describe Nice Town? Well, the problem with Nice Town is you cannot get the Oh, is it there? Unto Us a Child, yeah. It's on Daily Motion. Right, it's on Daily Motion. Okay, how do I describe this? The problem is you can't get episode 1. Oh, and Paul, David, hello, Wow Signal, how are you? I saw Wow Signal the other day on the Mysteria Archives live stream. He's doing a live stream, and yeah, and David says best film Paul McGann was Withnail and I. Yes, Withnail and I is really good. Yeah, Golic. I've not seen Golic. You see, I can't help. Unfortunately, I've got an anti-Paul McGann prejudice because he was in Paper Mask, and he also plays an equally revolting character, an equally dislikable character in Nice Town. Have you seen Nice Town? God. Let's see if there's any images. I'll show you a bit of the video. The problem with it is, let me just see. Here we go. Nice. Here we go. I'll show you the images. Here we are. These are the main characters here. Oh, you can't see it very well. How about that? There we go. These are the you may recognise. That's Josette Simon, who was in Blake 7. That's Gwyneth Strong, who was in Only Fools and Horses. And these are the main characters here. And that's, of course, Paul McGann, the scruffy-haired, sloppily dressed, skinny little drip. Ugh. And it's actually, yeah. Now, there's several subplots in it as well, but this is episode 2. Unfortunately, I can't find episode 1 anywhere. I can find episode 2 and 3, and unfortunately, Adil, it's this one, Nice Down, episode 2, Unto Us a Child is Born, and episode 3, Adil is there. I can't find episode 1 anywhere, which is a shame because episode 1's the best. But it's not on this guy's channel. I'll try and find it here. I know it's called Immaculate Conception. Nice Town, 1992. So this was 2 years after Paper Mask. I'll put here episode 1. Immaculate Conception. It has good elements to this, I think. Nope, it's not there. And I can't find it. Let's just try Googling it. It may be on another platform somewhere, but whoops. Because it is actually it's actually much better than the second 2 episodes. It's much better. Let's go to all. Unfortunately, it's never had a commercial release, so let's have a look. So there's a couple of clips and trailer. Nice Town miniseries, TV Maze. Is this it? Is it on here? Is this a video playing, or is it? Oh no, it's not. It's just a database, I think. No, I don't think it's not a video. I don't think it's not a video. The movie database, Rotten Tomatoes, Nice Town miniseries. I'll put a Watch Peak app. It might be on there. I'll find it anyway. Oh no, that's a movie. But and FilmWeb. It may turn up. It may turn up, but it's not on Daily Motion. But the hello, we got a few more people have arrived. Neil Peel, the Paranormal Peep Show. Hello. Late night evening or watch the 3rd series of Resident Alien on Netflix. Ben, we told you about this series before, I think, but you would love it. You did, and I can't remember the detail. Was McGann in Chimera? No. There was John Lynch was in it, and now John Lynch, actually, you may have been confused because John Lynch is also in a very good film called Sliding Doors, which is about parallel universes, where he plays another very, very and sort of like a nasty man in a kind of very weak and kind of like slimy and sort of effete kind of way. But that was John Lynch, yeah. Welsh, oh blimey, Welsh Ripper. Oh, there was someone on Facebook I know, an Irish lady. She posted a picture of herself with Argentina's colours. I mean, honestly, man, honestly, I actually put a reply to her, which was like the EU flag, and she liked it, but she didn't ask me what I meant by it. And if she'd asked me, I'd explain, look, I'm making a satirical joke because This is how your country has been taken over by bloody globalists. Because you think your only enemy is Britain and England, and it's understandable considering our history. But honestly, man, we gotta get over this. We got to get over this Celtic victimhood delusion. We really do. And it's Welsh. I know it's an awful lot to unlearn. I used to be a Welsh nationalist. I went through a Welsh nationalist phase when I was in my late teens. Anyway, nice town. Yeah, let's go. I can show you a few bits of it. It's actually where's it gone? Oh, I'll just click it again. There we go. Funny enough, that thumbnail is from episode 1. Loading video. Okay, but this is the guy here. Now, what he's done? He's decided, because his brother is as a Jaffa, seedless. Oh, that's a nasty way to put it. But his brother is infertile, sterile. His sperm don't work. That they're both married to different people, although I think there's an element of there's an important element here, which is Joe's partner. Let me just get the details up. That's Gwyneth Strong's character. It's called Linda. Now, Paul McGann's character, is married to someone called Frankie, who's Josette Simon's character. They got one child. They got a child, and they're both very fertile. But Tom, who is Paul, who is Joe's brother, is infertile and can't have babies with his wife, and they've been having unsuccessfully trying to have IVF. So what he decides to do is he decides to donate his sperm to Linda, Paul's wife, and not tell him and make him think that he's the father. And he actually thinks this is okay, and he's gonna be okay, and he's gonna get away with it. Of course, he doesn't get away with it, and it's not okay. But what happens as a result of this is both hilarious and it's horrifying, but also very, very funny. Joe is this. He's almost like Jungle Surfer. He always talks about inverts. Now, Jungle Surfer, you think I'm nuts? Just listen to Jungle Surfer. But whenever it comes to celebrities, Jungle Surfer's got this idea that every single male celebrity is actually female, and every single female celebrity is actually male. But this guy Joe, he is a complete gender reversal. He's like a woman. His lifestyle is that of a woman, and he's a man. I mean, he does the housework. He wears a frilly apron. While Frankie goes out and she earns the money. So he's a house husband. And it's not like he's doing it out of necessity. He wants that kind of lifestyle. He wants to be the house husband. But he's an incredibly he's like a mega male, slimy, weak, backstabbing, lying, deceitful. Oh God, he's horrible. So he plays a very similar character. This is why I don't like Paul McGann. It's unfair because I don't know Paul McGann. He might be a really good guy. He might be really nice. But he's just got this. He plays these awful characters. Hello, Nocturnal Frequency. How are you, sir? Are you well? I hope you're all right. And we're now having a row about the CVD. Similar to the Scots people, they only want independence from England because they're more than eager to join the EU afterwards. Exactly, David. It's a trick. Well, Tripper says, I'll get over it when they hand Cornwall back for starters. Well, you say hand them back, but you see, we've got this idea that the political dynamics of this country are the same as they were like in the 16th century, but it's not true. Things have changed. We are now a client state of globalists. And so hand Cornwall back, and the thing is, in this, when it comes to handing Cornwall back, supposing you gave Cornwall, basically removed it from England, all these radical nationalists would just go straight into the EU globalists, just like Ireland has done, just like Scotland wants to, just like Wales. Not bad, thanks. Nocturnal Frequent. It's good to see you again. Thanks for being here. So, but another thing about Nice Town is it's actually, in some ways, it's quite good because, despite the fact you got these again, like Ripley, he's this passive aggressive, effeminate. I suppose it's kind of satire of male feminism in a way, kind of like as I said already. And he gets this stupid idea to impregnate his ex-girlfriend, who's his brother's wife. And somehow he thinks he's doing a good thing, and it'll be good. He actually says at one point to her, when he's persuading her, he need never know. I'm giving you the simple gift of life, and that baby will be yours and his. It's as if he can get over a lie as easy as that. He doesn't even understand it. And I must say, Nice Town, like the first episode of Nice Town in particular, has these kind of really, really good, I would say. It's got some special effects in it, and what happens is that Linda actually experiences hallucinations and nightmares, and these are visualized, and they're very well done, and they're actually creepy and quite horrific. I'd say they're like horror movie scenes. Let me see if I can find a clip. Let's see if I can find the thing. It's not actually playing at the moment, unfortunately, but it doesn't. I mean, Daily Motion is a bit like that. I'll find it. Let's have a look. I'll go. Yeah, Nice Town, Idyll. It's episode 3. Yeah, episode 3. In the end, it gets really. I think what I hate about it is he reminds me of my dad. He does. He's much younger, but he reminds me of my own father. Horrible thing to say. Here we go. This is part 3. If it'll work. This is an example of one of Linda's nightmares. If it'll play, it might not. We'll see. How's everyone in chat anyway? I'll go back to the thing when it starts playing. Yeah, Cornwall has a claim to Camelot, alternative claim to Wales. I'll tell you something about Cornwall. I'm going there actually in a couple of months. In next month, I've got a plan. I won't tell you too much, but I've got a plan to go there, which is great because I've been there twice without really going to it properly, and so I want to go and see it properly. Like, if these things aren't playing, but let's see if I can make it play, because this is just an example of the. Oh, come on. Where he's dressed as a satyr with a big knob. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. But I might damage the old. Besides, I play it, I might damage it because in this, I'll go and describe it to. I might damage my live stream because he plays a satyr with a satyr, with like a goat man with a big knob, and he comes and he takes the baby, and she Linda, like, is suffering from terrible postpartum as a result of this lie she's keeping from her husband, which doesn't last long. She eventually comes clean. Dave, when are you going to Cornwall? Next month sometime. I mean, I've not finalized the details yet, but I am going, which is great because there's so much to see there. DJ says, I have done the yomp through Dartmoor, lol. Well, that's where Anne Widdecombe lived, didn't she? Poor old Anne Widdecombe. Okay, so that's Nice Town miniseries. See if I could find it. Let's just have a look. I might be able to find the video. I won't play it now, but I think these are just databases. They're not actually videos. But it's a very good thing, actually. Watch Peak app. I was having what was it? Mysteria Archive. Yeah, I met DJ B2 on Mysteria Archive because he was doing a live stream. I really love Mysteria Archive. He talks a lot about the Mandela effect and things like that. Oh, I've got a Polish thing now. Okay, it's loaded with ads, probably lots of spyware as well. Anyway, we got now. Yeah, there's a statue of King Arthur on the cliffs of Tintagel next to Clifftop Fort, said to be Camelot. Yeah, I'm hoping to go there. Yeah, Anne was a good lady. She was. Yeah, it's. I could say an awful lot about that murder, and indeed I did on today's Third Rail Radio. If you've not heard it, but it's obviously politically motivated. Argentina won. I know. Arts Channel. Oh dear, that's sad, isn't it? Polish Cabanos poops have gas. Oh, I guess so. Oh, Neil says, Andy Thomas is speaking at the Dorset Earth Mysteries group next month. If you're interested, maybe stay over. If you decide to come, we could look through Roger's space telescope. I'm going to Devon. Oh, yeah, Roger. Yeah, we did an interview with Roger. That's coming up on Paranormal Peep Show. Wow, Singleton says, Moneybag 73 does some Mandela AI conversations. All right. You see, I've got the feeling that Mysteria, I don't know his real name, the guy who does Mysteria Archive, he's a bit skeptical about the whole thing. I get the feeling he's a bit skeptical, but Anyway, guys, let's just look at my notes. I think I'm all done. I mean, I'm kind of done. Let's have a look. All right, so I've done the notices. Oh, Mountain Goat says, will you cover the murder of Anne Widdecombe? Bit weird what's going on. So I was looking at the wrong list of notice comments. That's why I didn't get them all. Mountain Goat says first. And then we had Saunders Way comments about not trusting doctors, and I replied to him or her. And Mountain Goat says, will you cover the murder of Anne Widdecombe? Bit weird going on. Not on this. It's a bit off topic, a bit too off topic, but yeah. I did. If you go to the current Third Rail Radio I did there, and Tina Silver says, CVID destroyed most people's faith in docs. Yeah, definitely. And Mountain Goat says in reply to Saunders Way, not bloody likely. And it's kind of good to be, I must say, it's good to be able to do St. Theo's Day at home because I've been away for St. Theo's Day, haven't I? Because I've been at Contact in the Desert. I'm hoping to go back to Contact in the Desert. All right, David says, do you know where in Cornwall you're heading to? Not sure yet. Not sure exactly. I'm going with a friend, and I'll let you know. We're sort of like still working it out now. Yeah. Well, Shripper says I can talk you through the football if you want. Oh dear. Well, I watched it, and I mean, the second half, Argentina played really well. I mean, they played dirty. They really do. They've always played dirty. Remember Maradona and his handball, but I mean, they do. I mean, there was a couple of times where, like, when they were doing a throw-in, someone on the bench kicked a second ball onto the pitch to try and waste time. And the foul, and there's so many fouls. I mean, there was a couple of, about 4 or 5 times actually in the first half. They almost came to blows. There was a lot of arguments between the players, and the referee had to break it up. A lot of bookings. Yeah, a lot of bookings indeed. But Argentina played really well in the second half. It was inevitable they were going to get another goal. The police lied a lot with Anne. Yeah, they did. It's a big subject, but yes, they did. I don't know if you had a time to listen to the latest Third Rail, David. Hello, Arts Channel. Excellent channel. All right, Arts Channel. I've got to check out his videos. David says, you'll probably pass in Cornwall through a town called Saltash. That's my hometown where I grew up. Oh, I didn't know you were Cornishman. Oh, nice one, mate. Nice one. Well done. Okay, so what's next? I think that's everything on my notes. Yeah, so Welsh says, there we go. South Wales police don't lie. They fib their tits off. Is it coming home in the Mandela effect? Well, obviously there's a parallel universe somewhere where England won. Yeah, and as a Welsh guy, I'd like to see England win. I don't resent England. I mean, England is not our enemy anymore, Welsh Ripper. It's these times. Times have changed. Times have changed, and the Celtic victimhood delusion is essentially keeping us in a past situation, and rather understanding the world as it is today. And our real enemies have taken advantage of that. This is why Ireland was so much easier to subdue by Brussels than England was, and Britain was. This is why we had Brexit. We never took the euro. Things like that. David says, "Oh, not for another 4 years when we'll get our hopes up again, only for them to be dashed again." Well, David, like, you never. It's 4 years away. You never know, man. Look on the bright side. Look on the bright side, mate. It's a fact that we always, every time I say we, England always ends up like in this situation, because I think it's a testimony to that England is such a quality team. They always end up, I mean, it's very rare they don't qualify for the second round. And when they do, I mean, there was that period under Graham Taylor when they really were really bad. And then they usually get through most of the time, either to the semi-final or the final, and then they come up against usually they come up against Argentina in the semis, because Argentina always get there, and then they lose. It's sad, yeah. 60 years of hurt. Oh dear, David, has someone rewritten that song? Oh God. Hands across the 7 bridges, boyo. Basically, yes. We need to unite against our real enemy. All right, guys. Anything else? Because it's getting late. It's getting late. I know I've only been going for an hour, but I've gone through my notes, and I think it's time to call it a night. Anything else I can add, my friends? We've covered Paper Mask. It's been a good watch party. Now next year I'll actually do a film that I like, because there are good films with HP themes. HP, there's most HPs we are not portrayed generally well in fiction. The TV series Porters is an exception to that, as is my novel Evan's Land. But apart from that, we're not portrayed respectfully, I don't think, in the media. David says, "Oh, have fun, everyone." Thanks for the interaction to David. I'm glad your debate is in good natured there, DJ. And Welsh Ripper says, "Tell Cardiff City FC that, boy. Oh my blimey." Yeah, I know only too well. Maybe not as well as you, because I'm an expat. But I know how ingrained these ideas, these cultural memes are, these archetypes. I know how ingrained they are because of our history, because of our culture. But if we're going to be free, we have to see through them. We have to get over them. It's like Argentina with the Falkland Islands. They need to get over that. They need to get this silly idea out of their heads. Happy St. Theo's Day, David. Pride and dignity to you. Wow Signal says, "What's your take on Sandy Burnham?" Who's that? Do you mean Andy Burnham? Oh, I think he's basically the Tweedledum to Starmer's Tweedledee. And somehow that they say he's going to be Prime Minister. That's even been a proper leadership challenge yet, but Starmer's resigned, but there hasn't been a formal leadership process yet. But everyone's talking like it's just a foregone conclusion. Oh, Starmer's going to be Prime Minister, yeah. Anyway, guys, want to say a big thank you to everyone who's taken part. David Splenization says Burnham might be worse than Starmer. Could anyone be worse than Starmer? Probably, yeah. Oh, well, he's not going to be any better, that's for certain. But yeah, we'll go in when an election comes up. We'll go into that, because elections are very, very interesting, and I've been covering them on Third Rail Radio, and I've been talking about these things with David. I did a Hapanwo show about the Makerfield by-election. We've got another one coming up: Nigel Farage versus Count Binface. Seems like a right muppet. He is. Have fun, DJ. Yeah, Gal Bidface, when he actually stood in the Makerfield by-election, he had these hats saying, "Make a field great again." Anyway, guys, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's taken part in this short and sweet live stream. DJ B2, Wow Signal, David Splendid Isolation, Welsh Ripper, who else? DJ B2, I've said Arts Channel, Neil Peel, the Paranormal Peep Show, Nocturnal Frequency. Anyone else who's I've missed out? Nihilist Lives Matter. And someone else was there. Who else was there? Oh, who was it? Gary Robinson. And who else? And there was another person. I don't want to miss. I feel guilty if I miss people out. Oh, John Fused and 69 Phuket. Thank you, all of you. And Tina Silver, another blonde who had to leave early. Thank you very much, all of you. So much appreciated you being on this live stream. There's more coming soon. I don't know. I can't think what. It's too late at night. I haven't had dinner yet. I've got to eat something before I go to bed. But in the meantime, thank you for taking part, all of you, whether you've obviously taking part in this live stream, but also watching the review and introduction to this live stream as well. It's a 3-part to this watch party. It's a 3-part watch party as usual. This is the St. Theo's Day watch party discussing the film Paper Mask. Now, next year there will be another one where we'll be discussing another film, or maybe doing a read party, because I've got a book about hospital porters actually. And it's going to be about, and we'll be doing another watch/read party for St. Theo's Day. So in the meantime, happy belated St. Theo's Day. Night, David. Night, everyone. And we've got 15 people watching, which probably means about 50 or 60. So thank you to all those 50 or 60 people watching. Happy St. Theo's Day to you all. Hospital porters, pride and dignity.